guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. Today we're going to take a look at the EZA LR Trunks and MAI character. Now, Trunks and MAI, I think they potentially could be very solid. Probably more so for like super battle road runs. I think more so than anything, right? The way they're set up, I mean, let's take a look at their link set first, right? So they have Brainiacs, Cold Judgment, what is that? Courage, Dismal Future, Prepare for Battle, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power is the Trunks and MAI link set. They do have some very basic good stuff, right? Prepare for Battle, Dismal Future, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. This character gets 20% attack and defense per time traveler category ally in the team. So you pretty much are restricted to using them on time travelers. You'll want your full buffs active for this character to be very solid, right? So, I don't know. I mean, they should work well. Here we are in a full, this is a full, like, you know, time traveler slash future team right here. So, they're at 246k defense at the start of turn is what we got. Now, I'm curious, if I do this, we'll have all 7 links activated, and they're at 340. That's the difference between having Brainiacs and Cold Judgment activated. Because those two links, that is 40% defense we're getting. So if they're at 340k defense, right, they get 50% defense, so they greatly raise defense for 1 turn with every super attack that they do. So that's going to push them up into decent tanking territory for sure. They are giving superclass allies 30% attack and defense as well, which is nice. But a huge portion of this unit, they get 6 key and a high chance to dodge if there's a future Saga category enemy. I feel like that's going to be pretty important. They're looking good. I think like they're solid, but like I don't know how good they're actually going to be, right? Like, you know, in sort of like a showcase setting next to this in MAI, where we have, you know, she's giving them 40% support, as well as Brainiacs, as well as Cold Judgment. The LR Trunks and MAI, they're actually going to be a completely different unit entirely next to MAI than if we did not have MAI around. 8 million. That is pretty... So we're doing an 8 million attack stat. I mean, they're like, what? Like above 500k defense? Especially after double supering, their defense is very high. Remember, each super attack that they do, so their 18 key has a high chance to stun the enemy. It's a 50% chance. And then their 12 key has a medium chance to stun the enemy, a 30% chance. So it's like they could definitely be a super battle road killer. Let me take a look. So Time Traveler Extreme Super Battle Road, we did just recently get. Future Saga's already got Extreme Super Battle Road. Join Forces just recently got their normal Super Battle Road stage, right? And then Revenge and Battle of Wits. Revenge does have one, right? I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I look at them and it's like, yeah, their numbers and stuff look great, right? Like, yeah, dude, like the numbers look awesome, right? That they just put out right there. But, like, are we actually going to be able to get a lot of value out of this character? Like, I don't know. Like, would I use this LR Trunks and MAI on my future category team, you know, going into these red zone stages or something like that? Like, I don't know. It's hard to say. I feel like giving this unit the support is good, right? That superclass allies 30% attack and defense is very helpful. I feel like, though, in order for me to, like, really want to use this character, they should have either given key or also Rainbow Orb changed. I've said this a lot, that, like, you know, these support buffs, right, just the stats, superclass allies, 30% attack and defense is cool. But there's a couple of issues I have with that. Number one, this future team as it stands, they are putting absolutely insane buffs onto this future team in the terms of these Goku Black characters. So we got AGL base form Goku Black, we got EZA STR Rose Goku Black, and then we also got, I mean, LR Goku Black and Zamasu, they're probably a top 10 unit in the game overall. this Goku Black and Zamasu right here, right? So, like, you're going to want to run villain characters. Their support being restricted to super class is ass. I mean, this is a unit that we're going to want to run on time travelers, right? Like, that's the whole thing. Time travelers is a very robust category. I mean, we got Cell, Bojack, Meki. Like, you go through, there's so many villain characters in here that you probably would want to run. Why don't they just give time traveler category support? That's very bizarre, right? I feel like if their support was just either like all types with key added to it, or it was just time traveler, that would be much better. Super class? I mean, yeah, you know, they could support like Vegito Blue and a lot of the Trunkses and stuff like that, but I feel like they could have done a lot better. I don't know. It's just the Goku Black and Zamasu are so powerful. Like the more I think about Trunks and Mai and then the free-to-play LR STR Vegito Blue, they just feel like they pale in comparison, right? Both of them. I mean, this is a good 376, but I would like these characters to be even better defensively. You've got to be able to take these hits right now, right? Like, really, I think a lot of these best units in the game, what I'm personally evaluating a lot of these high-level characters on is their ability to take hits, right? Like, like, the 8 million attack set is great, sure. But they don't have built-in additionals, right? They don't have built-in crits. So it's like, that's their damage right there, right? Again, they're a lot better if you're going up against a future Saga category enemy, right? Because if we're going up against a future Saga category enemy, we do get the chance to dodge, and then also Ki. Ki looks like, so far, Ki is not really an issue for us. Although they have many Ki links, right? They have Prepare for Battle, Courage, and Dismal Future. All of those are actually giving us actual Ki links. I don't know. I mean, I'll use this character a bunch. We'll definitely take them into, like, you know, Red Zone Broly, probably Red Zone Omega, and sort of, well, I don't know about Red Zone Broly. Would I really want to take this character against Red Zone Broly? No, I don't typically like to bring even, like, usually high-level STR characters against Red Zone Broly. I feel like oftentimes it's just not really a great idea. This unit could perform well against Janemba, I guess. One thing that could help these types of characters, though, I like the way, like, Red Zone is formatted, the enemies are designed, a lot of them have special abilities, blah, 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 like what they did with it. I like that. I think what they could do is just create, like, more Red Zones with other, like characters like that. I feel like is something they could easily do. So, we'll have everything activated here except for what? Prepare for Battle and Legendary Power. What are we looking at right here? So, we're at 2... Did they get supered last turn and get defensive debuffed? Their defense, yeah, I must have, like, not noticed that, but their defense is way too low right here. Okay. So they must have gotten defensive debuff, because their defense would be a lot higher, right? I mean, you know, with Brainiacs active, with Cold Judgment active, with all the support from Mai, and then Gowasu and Zamasu and stuff like that. I don't know. And it's like, these numbers they're putting up, this is with Mai. Like, when I'm gonna take this character to, you know, to go do battle with Omega Shenron, we're not running in Mai on the team, right? Mai does not fit in there. The other thing, too, is, like, a time traveler team. I don't know. I feel like, while this is a good, like, on paper character, I feel like it's, like, you know, like if we, you know, do the Wank showcase for the character, and it's, oh my god, they're great. But, like, when it comes time to actually run them, I feel like things are potentially going to be a little bit not as clean once we're actually using this character in these difficult fights, right? I mean, if only Time Traveler had a legitimate leader right now, which it doesn't. Bojack and Goku Black are obviously not good enough. After their EZA, they're giving 150%. I'm not taking a 150% buff into, like, Omega or something like that. Like, no way. Right? Like, if Time Traveler was more of a legitimate team, maybe. Because it's like, you know, we could, let's say Time Traveler had, like, some, you know, I don't know, Merge Zamasu leader or some shit, I don't know. Like, you could run, like, LR Physical Cell and, like, AGL Cell as a rotation on there. You know, like, Time Travelers has got, like, a lot of good units just sort of poked in there. You know, Tech VB is very solid. LR SCR Vegito Blue, you know, He's got some issues, but like, I mean, he's still good, right? Like, you could definitely still run him. So it's like we do have a lot of options available to us on the Time Traveler team, but I don't know. We'll see how this character is going to look. I just feel like the way their design betrays them more than anything, right? Between the Link set and needing a full Time Traveler like category allies, like it's not even just as simple as like, oh, if they get a team, right? Like some of these characters, right? Like we could say that for like LR Janemba or like Kid Buu or something like that, right? Like, you know, you just get like a transformation boost leader or something like that. Like they're good. I don't know if that's completely true for this character, right? Like we would need, like if Time Traveler got a leader, and I mean, keep in mind that right now we are on a 170% lead, right? Like the LR Goku Black and Zamasu, and then now Trunks and MAI, neither of them have access to a 200% leader skill, which would certainly make their numbers look even better. But I mean, certainly we're not putting them in slot 1 unless we're going up against future Saga enemies where they'd have their 50% chance to dodge. I mean, they could be fairly tanky in some of these tough fights, but again, I'm saying fairly tanky, but that's with Brainiacs and Cold Judgment activated, right? Like let's say we're running them on rotation with Vegeta and Trunks, which they have Dismal Future, Prepare for Battle, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power with, and they're at 246k defense, right? Like that begins to get a little bit scary. And remember, it's like STR Rose sometimes can get away with defensive levels around that area, and it's not the worst ever for him in red zone stages because he's a villain. He's an extreme class unit. Super class units, it could definitely get a little bit spookier, a little bit scarier in there, man. So I do not know. I don't know. I feel like this character looks like listen to what I'm saying. This character looks good on paper. I know. Right, like, you know, like, oh my god, 8 million attack set, and their defense is potentially like 500k plus, and they've got the stun, and they're doing this, and they're doing that, and stuff like that. I know, I gotcha. But it's like, it's very specific setups that's gonna have them looking this good. I don't know right now the way the game is constructed how much I want to run them, but we will see what'll happen, right? Because like AGL Goku Black is actually like a lot better after STR Rose's EZA and Goku Black and Zamasu's EZA, right? Like, he's now, like, much, much better. So, it's possible maybe the Part 2 LR is, like, a massive buff for this Trunks and MAI. It is good that they are at least supporting, but, I mean, again, you guys know I've talked about my thoughts on this a lot. I really do like key support as well. Just because, you know, when you're in red zone and stuff like that, like, you know, you're not always building just like the purely most cohesive team. Like, you have to bring characters that could tank these hits or do ridiculous amounts of damage to finish the fight quickly, right? So it's like extra key support. That's one reason like Kid Gohan can be so valuable and stuff like that. So let me know what you guys think. Like, they're definitely like good. Like, their buffs are substantial, right? Their defense and offensive stats are way higher than what they were before. But, you know, maybe I selfishly agree. This is where you can pull out the truth Mickey Mouse checklist of, are they guarding and dodging with a scouter and support? Like, yeah, man, like that's for this character, dude. What if they had put a scouter on this unit, and now we're talking, right? Now all of a sudden they're a little bit better, right? I feel like they gave this character a good sort of baseline. I just feel like they need one more thing, right? Like some sort of key support or rainbow orb changing or like a scouter or something like that, and they would be really solid. Or like if they could be utilized in slot 1. Currently, I don't really think that they're going to be solid in slot 1, right? Their defense, they're going to suck in slot 1. Let me change the way I said that. Right, like if they had guard or something like that, right? Like LR Goku Black and Zamasu, they guard the first 3 turns. What if Trunks and MAI would guard after like turn 5 or something like that? That could be interesting. That I feel like they just need one more thing to be pushed over the top. Let me know what you guys think of this EZA LR Trunks and MAI. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.